welcome to the Viral Report. I'm Lamar. Alright, so you think in 2026, the time and era that's supposed to be of modern convenience and technological advancements, we wouldn't have the one item that we rely on to get us from point A to point B, starting to have the worst quality than ever before. Which is crazy because our vehicles cost us thousands of dollars to own, and the price of new cars and used cars aren't dropping anytime soon.
We have a problem! Ladies and gentlemen, we have problems!
As you'll see in the upcoming videos, you can't buy a new or used vehicle nowadays with it causing the customer major headaches and pure greediness on the repair shop side. I personally believe that mechanics are told not to completely fix or repair vehicles, so the customer has to return in the near future, guaranteeing the repair shop or dealership future revenue, but who knows?
Alright y'all, so update, this has been the longest fucking weekend ever, literally. So woke up, actually got my car tonight. Took me hours to get in touch with a mechanic because it was Sunday, nobody was really open. I got a mechanic out here. Literally that took like another 5 hours. I had to go buy all the parts. We paid him for the labor. Literally spent out like a good $1,000 trying to get everything fixed just for there to be engine failure. So now the engine and the motor in the car is failing, so the car won't move or start at all. Currently we have I don't know if you guys can see a tow truck back there that's going to tow it back home because I was 2 hours away from home when the car broke down. So we have to get it towed back home, which is going to cost another $600, $635, and then just go from there. I honestly don't even know what to do for real because there's so many factors to fucking consider. Like, I literally want to have to get to work tomorrow, so at this point I have to call out another day of work, and I only work 5 days a week. So once I start calling out days, my checks start looking really, really bad. Another thing is too, this is not like a minor fix, it's a major fix. I do not have a couple $1,000s to get my engine fixed, so I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, should I take a leave of absence from work? But then it's like, damn, I ain't gonna make no money. I'm gonna have to really go hard with my, oh my god.
I just got the estimate back for everything they want to fix on my car, and the number they sent me is so funny. So before they even fix the car, they send you like an estimate of like how much your car is worth, you know, in case you want to trade it in or anything like that. And the estimate they give me is between $3,000 and $5,000, which, you know, is very understandable. The car's getting older. The estimate of repairs that they want to do to my car, guess how much? $7,652. Yeah. So you think I'm gonna sit there and repair $7,652 worth of stuff on my car when it's not even worth that? I put in there for brakes, just put new brakes on it, and we're gonna ride out until she can't ride anymore. $7,000. If I had $7,000 just laying around in my pocket, I would put that as a down payment towards a new car. I would not put $7,000 into a car that is over 10 years old now. Absolutely not.
I spent almost $7,000 on my car this week, and I have been in shambles about it. Oh my goodness. Y'all, my car was making this weird noise and decelerating every time I was driving, and it was really, really scary. And I took it to like our regular mechanic that's been like fixing like minor things with our cars for the past couple years, and he told me I needed new brakes, rotors, and new tires and tire rotation. So I'm like, oh, okay, do it. So he had my car done really quickly. So this was on Monday. Had my car back by Tuesday. Once I picked my car up, why did everything get worse? It used to be like, let's say during a 10-minute drive, it might do like a little bumpy decelerating thing like 5-6 times. I mean, not great, but not bad. I could barely make it through to like the next light by the time he was done without it like acting all the way up. So it got a little bit scarier, and I decided, okay, we're just gonna take it to Nissan. So take it to Nissan. Turns out I need a new transmission. $6,000, well, $6,300 to be exact. Plus they told me I needed a whole bunch of other things, which would have cost me about $7,000 to $8,000. Y'all, my car was $10,000. This is my 9th year with my car, and it's been paid off for 7 years. And I'm just like, no. But I also know that I can't afford to get a new car, and I don't want a car payment right now. So I'm like, I'm gonna fix the transmission. Y'all, I told the guy on the phone, fix the transmission. By the time I called my husband and let him know what happened, he was like, let's not fix it at Nissan, let's shop around for prices. Called the guy back 20 minutes later. Now they're not picking up the phone. Called 3 times, texted the number they told me. Nobody's responding. By the time I finally got in touch with him, an hour later, he's like, yeah, I already started with the car. So there was no turning back. And yesterday I picked up my car and I paid the price. So he actually was like, yeah, they're gonna give me a discount. It was a $300 discount. And with the $300 discount, my total was $6,603. Plus, let's not forget, I had already paid at the beginning of the week to fix my brakes. So almost $7,000, well, just about $7,000 paid this week for my car. To add insult to injury, I just paid off my credit cards. So here I was thinking, oh my gosh, I'm in this great place. I thought, but still I'm thankful and grateful that, you know, despite it being such a high cost that came out of nowhere, I was still able to afford it and, you know, do what I need to do because I need my car. So the struggle is real.
I dropped my car off to the shop yesterday. I had been needing to put it in there, but I put it in there yesterday. They get back to me this morning. They said, sir, it's going to cost $6,800 to fix your car. I said, you can keep that goddamn car. That's not my car. That is no longer my car. You said to fix my car? My car wouldn't hurt me like that. That can't be my car. You can keep that motherfucker. Because if I'm going to pay $6,800 for a car, it's going to be a different car, another car. See what I'm saying? I'm finna go get this motherfucker and park it. Or just drive it till the wheels fall off till it die. You understand? Like, baby, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do for you. I ain't got nothing for you. You've served me well. You did your duty.
That's just crazy. And, you know, they often want us to pay thousands of dollars for minor repairs. That is just wild to me. The insane part is, how do you know the list of issues and the estimate that they're saying that the repair is going to cost is actually fact? The repair person could be lying. These mechanics know most people aren't going to drive around town getting a second opinion. I was recently at the service center to get my 12-volt battery installed. My car, which is a Tesla, locked me out of the car because the 12-volt battery died, so I had to have my car towed to Tesla to the service center, because once the 12-volt battery dies in a Tesla, the computer locks down all the electrical and hardware components. So that's the doors, the windows, front and trunk. You can't get inside your car at all. All right, there are kind of like little tricks to get into the car. You know, I know my car inside and out, and I could have performed the battery swap myself, but this was the first time that this had happened, so I wanted to have the professionals perform the battery change. So, you know, after I had my car towed to the Tesla service center, I walked into the service center, and I started interacting with the receptionist guy. He seemed like he just did not want to help. He didn't want to be bothered. He didn't lie to me, telling me that there were a long laundry list of things going on with my car, which I knew he was lying. The car only had been reporting that the battery needed changing. I told him that there was nothing wrong with the car other than the battery needs swapping out. And for some reason, he just started getting frustrated. You could see like little veins popping out in his little head. You know, he was getting red. And I'm like, what is up with this dude? You know, all I want is my battery swapped out. But he's telling me that there was all this long laundry of things going on in my car, which I know is not true because I take good care of my car, right? And so the real reason he was getting angry is because I wouldn't buy into his revenue grab. You know, he just trying to make a decent size amount for the service center for that hour. My repair cost was only going to cost, I think like $50 for them to swap out the battery. But what he didn't know is that I had already been to the service center like a week or so prior to purchase the battery. And the lady who pulled up my account, she didn't say anything about my car needing to be checked out. It had these long laundry list of issues with it. So you just got to watch these scammers and liars at these repair shops and dealerships. They would try to go beyond nickel and diming you. And that's why you always have to know your vehicle and follow your right mind when things feel off. Also, don't be afraid to give them their shit back when things are not working.
Hey guys, so this is the car I worked so hard to get. It's been here since March. It is a 2017 Land Rover. It's a sport Yeah, it's been here for a long time. This is the car that I initially used for all of my showings for real estate. But it just so happened that I have to start all over because I'm not paying $25,000 to fix an engine. So today, what are we doing, Frank? Tell the camera. What are we doing?
To remove the tax?
Yes, we're removing the tax and we're giving this shit back.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
I can do it right now.
Okay.
Don't ever come here and get no car. They are a scam. Don't come here and buy no car. They're a scam. You miss one payment, what they do? They want to come try to take your car from the auto place that's fixing it and want a car payment, and then they turn around and come take it. You done paid $25,000 on the car and trying to get it fixed. They come get it so they can resell it and leave you carless. What kind of car dealership does customers like that? This one, don't ever come here.
So some shop tried to scam my mom today, specifically about 700 bucks. So my mom went in for an oil change, right? Here's the oil change. We pay 120. And then due to the mileage, they said something about the air filter, which is fine. They can go ahead and do it. Air filter and labor, which is about 80 bucks, not too bad. Good thing is that they did do the air filter. I checked it out, it's brand new. So the good thing is that the filter was replaced. The issue is that the check engine light came on after and all these other lights. So the lights did come on after the air filter was replaced or the oil change was done. Now the real issue comes in the diagnostic fee, which they wanted to do to check out the check engine light, which would have been $350 per hour, I guess, which it comes out to being 700 bucks, which I think is a little bit too much. But regardless, the issue is that this happened after the car was messed with. So obviously, me being a master tech, I told her to leave him alone, bring it to me. Obviously, they even put right here on the notes, needs further diagnostic or something. Sure enough, I scanned it real quick with this thing. We get lost communication with mass airflow and intake temperature sensor. And literally, that has to do with the air filter. And literally, I look at the mass airflow. What do we find? We find this thing completely off. All it needed was this right there. I'm guessing they took off this whole box, even though all you have to do is do it through here. I'm not sure what they were doing, but yeah, that was the issue, which is crazy because I don't know if they did it on purpose or what, but using the scan tool now, we can erase it. Sure enough, we erased it. No more check engine light or any of the lights on. Now, I don't know if this was a mistake or if it was on purpose. Hard to tell because it could have been a mistake that they unplugged this to take this off. But regardless, I think it's ridiculous. And just save myself at least 350 or 700 bucks.
So I've been speaking to a few people in the motor industry about electric cars and what have you, and a lot of people seem to be getting out and they don't really want to work on them. And I've also seen a lot of things online where just the complexity and the added components, you imagine a four-wheel drive with a transfer box, electric motor and all the gubbins that go with it. It's quite a compact engine bay to be working on that. Very simple jobs like replacing wiring looms and such of that seem to be like 5, 6, 7, 8 hours, and you think, Jesus Christ. Anyway, one guy was talking basically that Tesla don't have to abide by EU regulations on the OEDB ports on the cars. They can have whatever cable they want, and they've had 2 different cables as of yet. And the other thing as well is they used to charge £35 an hour to go on their Tesla portal to access the car's diagnostics sort of service maintenance programs. Now it's £165 a day. So you think, oh, well, my Tesla's not going to break, but you need your back brakes changing. It needs to go on the computer. You need maybe your service light resetting. It needs to go on the computer. That's a lot of money.
It's just sad. You can't even trust people anymore to do the right thing. People will lie for these corporations to grow company profits.
What the hell? What is this?
And these same people don't see a penny of extra revenue from all these lies and upselling the customer. You just can't make this stuff up. You know, when I used to work in sales, I never lied to the customer because it wasn't worth it. My character, morals, integrity, and values are way more important than lying and deceiving people. You know, I have a conscience.
Sensational.
I think the American people really need to start paying attention to what's affecting our daily lives. And predatory pricing should be illegal. It should outrage people. We shouldn't be paying thousands of dollars, or even in some cases, hundreds of thousands of dollars on cars, homes, and electronics that are purposefully manufactured to break within months or even years after purchasing said items. Maybe in a future video I could talk about some of these scams when it comes to extended warranties, especially on vehicles. Let me know down below what you think about the quality of vehicles and repair shop customer service nowadays compared to decades past, or is this just the new normal past C19? Let me know below. Peace.